Raila Odinga has been viable in the history of Kenyan politics over a long period of time because of the single fact that he has very loyal supporters. Actually, the Raila Odinga supporters are people, if Raila Odinga said it's a yes, they'll follow that direction without further questioning. If Raila Odinga said it's left, they'll go to the left. If Raila Odinga woke up one day and said not to turn out to vote, actually a good significant number of these supporters will not turn out to vote. But this strength of Raila Odinga is experiencing a challenge that has been brought up by generational change. Generational change is young, educated youths who want to find a deeper understanding into issues before making a decision, just rather than following directions. Ladies and gentlemen, in this analysis, we want to look at the strengths and challenges that the Raila Odinga and President Ruto agreement will face if at the end of the day these two principles will form a coalition after having a memorandum of agreement. And without further ado, let's get into it. Number one biggest challenge that these two principles are going to face is what I stated in my introduction, that generational change. We have thousands of youths who have left university and colleges who just don't vote because of tribe or because of narratives. They want to find an understanding of why am I voting for this person. In 2022, President Ruto won the election because he had the Astra narrative, the bottom-up agenda that excited or went well with these youths. And they saw the idea to be good because it entailed all about job creation, and it was a very nice idea to everyone who could listen to it. And our youth came out to support the presidency of Ruto in 2022 general election. So these two principles, with the generational change of the youths, favor their presidency or their candidature in 2027 general election. So that's the first question that is to be asked. Remember that last year the youth came out without the push of Raila Odinga, as it's been known, to demonstrate against the financial bill. That shows you how these youths understand the issues that are going on in the country. They can read, interpret issues, they can understand when taxes are going high, and they can understand when the economy is not doing good. And actually in a country that is made of about 70% of youths, then their impact is not to be underrated. Number two issue is the pay slip holders. The biggest challenge also. The Kenya Kwanza government has been in claims of getting the pay, adding taxes, the housing levy, and all the things that have been included in taxes. And the pay slip holders will be making a decision come 2027. And if President Ruto, if Raila Odinga will be supporting President Ruto, then it means that people will be looking at Ruto, the government of Ruto, into this second term. If you are a pay slip holder, will you consider voting for that government or that candidature, or you will consider voting for a different coalition? That is the second question, or the second challenge that is to be tackled by this alliance. The last challenge that this coalition is going to face is the defection of strong leaders in this coalition. I just want to give one good example. Raila Odinga forming a coalition with President Ruto will definitely have an example of Babu Owino shifting allegiance, because Babu Owino has come out to say that he won't support the presidency of President Ruto. He has made clear that statement not once, not twice. If you are going to lose the likes of Babu Owino from your coalition, young leaders who are very influential, the biggest question you ask yourself is, will the defection lose some supporters? Will the likes of Babu Owino influence the decision of supporters of these principles? So those are the three biggest challenges that this coalition will have to tackle before 2027 general election. As I've said once again, payslip holders, the generational change of people who want to find a deep understanding into issues before making a decision. And number three, young leaders who will defect from this coalition because of the dynamics of the politics. Ladies and gentlemen, the strength of this alliance as compared to other alliances that will rise up is that President William Samoei Ruto is ahead in one thing, and that's planning. Planning is very key in politics. Early organization and arrangement is key in politics. And for now, anybody will be joining President Ruto in 2027 has a general understanding that Ruto will be the president. So we are either going to discuss which coalition will get the running mate, and if the NADCO report at the end of the day will be implemented, who is going for the prime minister position and other CS position division. But the biggest challenge is the presidency issue. You can agree with me, Raila Odinga has been facing issues. In the 2022 general election, Raila Odinga had that challenge of Kalonzo demanding to be supported for presidency. Kalonzo Musyoka wanting to, them taking a long time to choose a running mate between Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua. And that's all about planning. So, President Ruto at least is ahead. And actually, if Raila Odinga is going to come into this coalition, then it means the Raila Odinga side that will be giving a running mate. So for them, the presidency is already organized. Now, the other side, any other coalition or any other arrangement, Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Matiang'i, the likes of Natembea, let's say these all principles, the likes of Marara Kebaso, because I've always seen also Marara Kebaso sitting in the table as a principal of a party. All of them have presidential aspiration. So who is going to step down for who? That is the biggest challenge of the other coalition, that President Ruto is ahead of them. And if I asked you to even send a comment in the comment section, you'll have different opinions. That's exactly what will happen during negotiation of power or power division. Rigathi Gachagua, if he's going to form a party, if he's going to be cleared to vie, he can even want to run for presidency. Neither, you don't know. Kalonzo Musyoka has always said that he's going to be the presidential aspirant of that coalition. The Gusi are pushing for Fred Matiang'i to be their president in 2027. So, who is going to step down? And the stepping down, how will his supporters think about it? Will they come out and strongly support that coalition? Number two, will there be a division if a person is not given presidency in this coalition? I just want to use a good example. You give Matiang'i the presidency of this coalition. Will Kalonzo Musyoka support that ticket? Will they agree on the power sharing formula? This is one of the biggest challenges in power division. You can tell me what you think in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. That's but only my opinion. I'll take my own time to read and give you a response. Otherwise, stay safe, have a nice weekend, and be well whenever you are.